basketball combo here with two amazing players. And we're also going to talk a little bit of, we'll do a little either or type decision, a little split decision here on
Uh-huh.
which player means mostly to their teams, or I say the most to their teams, because they both mean a lot. And two international players, man. International players would Giannis, I'm going to butcher this, Antetokounmpo,
Oh, I
and
think you nailed it.
Victor
I'm glad you said because
Wembanyama.
that would have been no chance for me.
No, yeah, Mr. Wembanyama here, much easier to say.
Uh-huh.
Um, when looking at both of these players and the amazing weeks they're both just recently players of the week with a very young NBA season, about 3 games played so far for each team. 33.3 points per game for Victor Wembanyama, 13.3, six on the rebounds, and 6 blocks. That's crazy, right? 6 blocks per
Insane.
game. You can be the block king, man. Giannis, 36 points per game, 16 rebounds per game, and 7 assists per game there for Giannis. Both amazing players in their own right. Now, we're asking, at least I asked you, which of these players means the most to their team? And you said it's Wembanyama. I think Giannis, but let's go ahead and listen to your Wembanyama here. Why do you feel that
I,
he's more important?
I was looking more like the future because I think that's where I'm looking at my team. I was like, if I'm building right now for my future, then he's the most important piece. And the GM poll came out, and it kind of backs me on that as well. Like, if you were going to start a franchise, he was in the almost 70, I think 70 something percent, maybe higher than that, of where you going to start. Now, obviously, I think you can look at the points and go, well, you know, Giannis is scoring a lot more, and if you took that
I
away,
mean,
yes,
33 is nothing. It's not terrible
no, that's
for
Steve.
Wembanyama.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of where I'm looking at it. And don't get me wrong, the freak is amazing. I just, I was looking more of an age type of thing. I know Giannis has been great. He hasn't had a lot of injuries and been on the court a lot. He has had the injury scares. I know Victor had the blood clot thing that happened last year, so you kind of
Mm-hmm.
maybe put that in the back of your mind and just kind of just flag it a little bit, just flag it, put a little pin and just make sure. But that's kind of where I was looking at, just who would I want and why he means the most, because obviously he's younger, as we know, big men do not age well. Uh, is you're talking about, we are talking about players in football don't last long on the same teams. How many in basketball? I mean, even Jordan, right? The Wizards, Pippen, Portland. There's so many times you'll see a guy, doesn't stick with the same team. Uh, but that was my only thing. It's like they obviously both, if they take either way, right, their teams are just going to crater. There's no doubt about it. But I was going more on the age side of it. I like the younger side, and I have more of the upside and to have more time to build with Wemby versus Giannis. It's now. I don't know. I don't know how many more. I mean, I know he'll be solid, but how many great years do I have left with Giannis?
All right, so I kind of, I mean, I agree with some points here because Wimby is from, if you're starting from the age standpoint, um, it's kind of, it would be hard to win that if you're honest. Giannis is turning 30, whereas Wembanyama is turning 20,
Yeah,
21.
21.
I
I
mean,
think.
there's
Yeah, I
like a
think.
9 to 10 year age difference here, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's a 9. If you're a GM or you're a coach, you're thinking about 9 to 10 more quality seasons in between the two. That's a decade. That's significant, you know? So I don't think that there's any way in any league from a sports uh, standpoint that Giannis would ever win that argument. But I would say that when talking about being important to your team, I think that if Giannis, let's say Giannis is not playing on his team,
Hmm.
I think that maybe this is just maybe because I have more respect for the Spurs. I think the Spurs will still have a better team if Wembanyama's not playing for the team. I like Castle. I like the kid Dylan Harper there.
Dylan Harper has been amazing, hasn't he?
So and Dylan Harper's same age. Dylan Harper's like actually younger than Wemby, right? By a year or two. But they're all on the same kind of trajectory and De'Aaron Fox is still there. You might forgot about De'Aaron Fox being there, but De'Aaron Fox is still there. Even though he's looking like the old man in the building at 27 here at this point, when you're looking at these kids out here. But I'm still confident in that team, looking at what that team would be versus what Milwaukee would be without Giannis. And this, maybe if Dame was there, because Dame's going to be out the full year. Is Dame out the full year? Because if Dame was there, maybe I have more confidence. It'd be like, okay, well,
Dame's not there. Remember, Dame went back to Portland.
Oh, he went. Oh, he's gone altogether. He's off the team. Yeah, you're right. Because I was thinking, so not even he's not there. He's not there. He's not there to even be there. So that is, yeah. I co-signing my point even more, right there. Do you trust? Would you trust Milwaukee with no Giannis? When you look at am I crazy? When you look at with their roster, are you looking at their roster and saying that you feel like their roster would be better than the Spurs roster?
Oh no, their roster is just to be a dumpster. It'd be, they would be bottom. They'd be like they would not have a win. I don't think they'd have a win.
Really? Not even a win.
I don't give him a win. No, I'm sorry. Giannis is just too great.
No trust in Bobby Portis. You're not.
I like Bobby, but I'm not saying he's winning me ball games. I don't know. I guess
you're out on Kyle Kuzma as well. Because basically, that's what you're dealing with. Your team's got Cole Anthony, Kyle Kuzma. I like Miles Turner.
I like Miles Turner. I do. I like the Miles Turner signing. That's definitely. I do like that. They have another big man. They were missing that extra rebounding help. So I'm with you there. I do like that. But yeah, this just, like I said, the roster is just better, with Giannis. And you take that away. They've got some pieces, but it's not like you're going to have it's going to be really hard if you start matching rosters going, oh, do I want Bobby over Castle? No. Do I want this person? No. If you start looking at the roster, it's like there's nothing on there that other than Giannis. That you're like, oh, that's you got Gary Trent, you've got Green. There's just
no. Am I am I the guy the bad guy here who have to say that without these guys being there, I just trust the Spurs team, or like I feel like it's not to say that Victor Wembanyama is not important to the Spurs, but I just like how they built their team. They've got a nice young team, and I feel like they're hitting on a lot of that. You know what I mean? They've hit on their drafts, so I like what I'm dealing with there. I feel like if you had to go some games without Wembanyama, let's say they're both, because they're their Bucks fortunately are in the East, so you can sleepwalk.
You have that part too. Yeah. Yeah. Right now they're
not gonna have any difficulty getting into the playoffs.
No. Right now, if you look at the way they're playing right now, they're your numbers for your number 4 team right now. If you're just watching, clearly just watching, and they've been and Giannis has just been again what he always is,
the champion.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He's a beast. It's like,
and at 30, he's almost seeming like the old man in the building, but he's 30, man. He can go to about 40.
Oh,
Giannis is good about 40, man. Well, let's give him Giannis at least another 7 solid, 6-7 solid, man. I would give him 6-7 solid if he wanted to. If you wanted to, man, I'll go 6-7. So 36, 37, and maybe 38. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the numbers wane, but when you're having the kind of numbers he has, what is it waning numbers? Like if your numbers are like, now you can do 20 and 10. You can give him a solid 20-10. If you can do something like that, you're still serviceable out here. Give him 20-10 and 4 assists. 20-10 and 4. Yeah. You're still serviceable out here. And that would be like a fall off.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah, does he slip into like that 10-minute a quarter person when he gets to that age. And does he kind of, does he, because he did have the 3-point shooting when he first came in the league. Does he revert back to that? Does he kind of go more that Al Horford role, right? Can be that solid guy. So
Horford, that's been a solid role, by the way.
A
The Al
solid
Horford
role,
is
right?
a solid way to handle things.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like I said, he's definitely 3-4 years at that top level. There's no doubt in my mind on that side of it. So, but yeah, you're. I mean, I can't argue with you. I mean, it's like you take him away, that team is. And I just was like looking at the roster. I was like, who's that person? Like there's a couple people starting like I don't even know who they are. So
that's gonna be a testament to the Spurs and how good that team's managed, though. Not a knock on the Bucks. That's just in general. Like the Spurs are a well managed team, and they've hit in the draft, man. They hit in the draft and trade, and De'Aaron Fox is not even out there. I gotta look at his. Let me look at De'Aaron Fox and see what is going on with De'Aaron Fox, because he had an injury, but I need to see if he is. Let's look at that real quick. Boom. And see if it's an injury. And is he out, or is he back in? About the return. Okay. So this not, and now this article is written in the sense of they don't like that. I guess this is written by a Spurs. It's a random Spurs site. And it's kind of written, and it's interesting because it's written in the sense of him kind of coming back and messing things up for the Spurs. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Well, it all, that was the thing. I mean, it's one of those things you look back, I know you kind of had to make the trade at this time, but if you knew how Dylan Harper was going to come out, I wonder if you go back and replay that trade in your head. It's like, man, do we?
Yeah, of course you replay the trade, right? Because that's an absolutely, you gonna replay the trade in your head. Or maybe you're thinking, because this could be like the situation. I don't know if you remember. Well, of course you remember it. But when Kyrie was coming back off the injury in Boston, and Kyrie was coming back off of it, and there was the Jalen Green, and they're doing their thing there, and it was a situation where it was like, hey, you're going to come back. You're going to come back and mess up the chemistry that we had. I think Marcus Smart was there at the time also. But you had a young team, and they were just starting to do their thing. Jaylen Brown, not Green. This is when Kyrie was coming back off injury, and then he came back, and then is what Tatum and Brown were doing their thing. And it was a kind of situation where he kind of came back, and I don't know if it messed the chemistry up more so, but it seemed like they were just a better team without Kyrie at that point. And I'm not saying that would be the same thing here with De'Aaron Fox, because they're probably thinking like we can just add De'Aaron Fox into what is already a great thing. You got Harper playing better than you thought he would. Wembanyama being Wembanyama, and Stephon Castle is still Stephon Castle, like doing what he did to give him the Rookie of the Year last year. So, I mean, that's just a good team. That's probably what went more into this for me, to be honest with you. Age-wise, though, I would have to give it up there. There's no comparison to who you would kind of choose, given the situation being what it is.
Yeah,
who you would choose. Yeah, no doubt about it.
No doubt.
9 to 10 years counts. And the fact that you can even talk about Giannis in that same vein as a guy that is 9 to 10 years younger, kind of a testament to his greatness more so, because a lot of people wouldn't even warrant that kind of consideration with the years being that far apart. This is Just a Stash. Check us out. Stitch, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts, YouTube as well. I'll see you next time.